Think you need a degree in mathematics to spawn a grade 1 moose? Stop. I'm going to show you an easy way to be able to spawn a grade 1 moose in less than 8 minutes. Come with me to find out. The first thing you need to do is find all your drink zones. You should have about 100 to 130 drink zones on your map. I currently have like 122 drink zones. And the only way I knew I was done finding drink zones is I have revisited all the drink zone areas that moose can drink on. Moose drink on basically any body of water on the map. So if you look on the map here, all of these lakes around here, this coast, the river, and this coast, and a lot of these lakes too, especially this big lake, there's quite a few zones as you can see there. There's also some secret lakes I'll show you guys too. There is a secret lake here, and then there was another one right here, I believe, and I did not have any zones at that lake. When you're looking for all your zones, I get that there's a lot of really densely populated zones, but they are majority females. A lot of the ones that I turned out and found out was the females are consistently solos too. You will get some solo males, but we'll go into that in a later part of the video. I set up on all 16 zones at the beginning of my herd management guide. This can work for any map. So I set up on 16 zones, and once I set up on the 16 zones that I'm on, I will rotate through and shoot all level 3s and up, and leave all level 2s. I don't stack, as you may see in some other videos, but I will shoot down 3s, 4s, and 5s, and I don't care what the antler growth looks like. If it says level 2, I will leave it as a level 2. If it says level 3, I will shoot it as a level 3. But anyways, once you shoot all your zones down, you'll have 16 zones you picked from after you found all your drink zones. You'll rotate through and make sure you keep in mind which zones are your favorite, which ones are really wide open. That was one of my favorite zones. We'll go over to another one of my favorite zones here. So I come out, I can look and see that I got my herd of moose there ready to go. That's pretty open and they're not in the trees, but that's one of my favorite zones. Once you figure out your favorite zones, I set up on where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lakes, but that covers 16 zones, so I can be able to shoot 16 moose at a time. So for example, this lake, I shoot this zone here, and then from this tent I shoot this zone here and here. That way I could get 3 moose off of that lake. Once you figure out which lakes you don't like, just keep rotating through until you shoot down that lake to level 2s or level 1s. Once you see that one moose come back, I would do one moose at a time, it makes it a lot easier. But once you see that moose come back and it spawns low and the other moose is a low level moose, pick up your tent and move to the next lake. It makes it super easy. My other tip is use a big gun. When using a big gun, you'll be able to knock them down faster. So for this, I use the Valgrita 375. It has, I think, the highest penetration in the game. I use the polymer tip bullets with it and try to get a hard shot if possible. This will double lung a moose, so if they are standing broadside, you will be able to double lung a moose like this guy here. That guy, not going to be able to probably get him, so we're just going to try to shoot him here. I sometimes try to aim for the heart, but in this angle, it's a little bit harder for me than it is just to take a frontal. Oh, so maybe if he moves back around, never mind, watch this. We will get him to move back around. That is the 22 trick if none of you have ever known it. You just take a 22, shoot it next to him, and they will turn around. But just like that, I got a heart shot, and that guy's not going to stay still for us, so. But yeah, see it pretty quick, and I'll show you guys the penetration on this here in a second too, just to give the Valgrita 375 its justice. You could also use like the 300 mag. You can use the 338 Rangemaster. See there, you got the heart and into even a lung there, so pretty good penetration. But you can use the 300, any 7 to 9 rifle. but definitely the 300 Arzina 300 mag or the Valgrita 375 is your best options there. And then the one thing that I have noticed when you're doing your grind is that when you are rotating through these locations, you will start to kind of see where like you think your moves are not respawning as frequent. And I have found out that my moose on my map don't respawn very fast if I don't shoot a minimum of 14 per rotation. So that's why I actually have a few more zones. So I try to aim for 16. I might shoot a little more, I might shoot a couple less. But that way I keep getting my big respawns like 3s and 4s and 5s on my map when I'm doing this. So continuing on, we'll just go over a kind of simplicity of a summary of what's going on. We need to find all your drink zones. You'll have 100 to 130 of them. Moose drink from 12 to 16. I start my rotation at 1400, and that way the moose are right there all the time. I set up on 16 zones and shoot level 3 and up, and leave level 1s and 2s. Once your exteriors are down, pick up your tent, move them to another one, and keep rotating. Use a bigger gun so they go down faster to help save time. Make sure to harvest a minimum of 14 per rotation. And that's basically it, guys. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Subscribe, and we'll keep making future content like this.